So you'd been in the octagonal chamber, and you'd open the door, and it was a big, thick oak door from memory, and it had
with studs and things, and it creaks when you open it.
Yeah, same old door, your standard kind of dungeony type door. And you opened it, and there was a fireplace on this wall. There was a cupboard. There was a desk and a bed, and there was another door over here. So you roll your dice, and what you discover in the cupboard, there's kind of some sort of robes, kind of a good necromancy type robes in there. The fireplace just laid with, there's logs and that in there, but it's not lit. Bed is just pretty standard. But on the desk, you do find a writing set and a lantern. And you also find a note. Would you like to see the note?
Yes, please.
Right, so I'm going to need to share my screen.
Ooh, yes.
Get my thing back. My little screen.
They'll all pay, not just those at college. Everyone. They'd make fun of me. Me! Now I have my undead horde and the Ripper. They'll never sleep again. Today, Grublet. Tomorrow, the rest of a Perrin. How was my voice acting?
You have me convinced, absolutely.
Decided I want to be a voice actor, so
I think you should.
Working on the old pipes.
Please do not.
Absolutely. You're bringing it to life for us, mate.
I'm going to write this down, but I'm slow because I haven't had to write anything for 2 weeks.
Well, I can always send it to you if you really...
I know, but I like having it in my notebook.
Fair enough. If you
I write notes of every session.
So.
Yeah. I think you could probably see this coming anyway, though.
I rely on my own notes, which is why I never have any idea what's going on, because they look like this.
This sounds like that kid that was like bullied in high school and would like never talk to anyone and like never attempt to be friends, but would still be like...
Did try to therapize the necromancer.
Yeah, therapy didn't work.
We were like, let's talk about your childhood, and they started crying.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he wasn't happy.
He wouldn't like let me talk to him. He did try to attack me, but then Charlie got a +1 because we argued that he couldn't dodge properly because he couldn't see through his tears.
Yes. After not letting have a +2 on the turn before, I did decide that that was quite well argued, and that he probably wouldn't be able to see that well, as he is currently drugging in tears and snot.
I'm an English student, so I'm very good at making my convincing. Not to brag.
Okay.
Let's crack open the strong bay.
So what would you like to do, guys? You've had a good look round, and your perception checks means that you've found everything in there.
Okay.
Can I get a quick overview of where we are?
Yeah, sure. So you're beneath the ruins of the Githlian Monastery.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't remember why you went there. Was it?
We followed these like bandits.
Yeah, there was bandits outside.
Like we're gonna try and find a tunnel that leads to the door from the dude we nicked the holy water from.
That's right. Father Tobias, you went into the crypt below the chapel, didn't you?
Yes.
And you found what looked like a secret passage, but you couldn't open it. Yeah. And the rumor is that there's a secret passage that leads to the Githlian Monastery. So you were investigating.
I see.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because we need the tablet for the nice man that we robbed behind his back and then lied to his face about it.
No, we need the tablet for Max.
Yeah, we're deciding.
Okay.
Max is interested in this language that he's discovered.
But also, we need to take the tablet first to the dude who paid Kiana, who's going to pay Kiana, and we're going to go back and get the money, and then we're going to kill him.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So Kiana's got a rendezvous with this person in Oldford, the capital.
Yes.
Which is sick because we have to take that dude there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That poor
Oh, yeah, we
guy.
can bring him with us.
Yeah, Willett wants to be accompanied there, and I think he was going to give you some gold, wasn't he? Was it 10 gold, I think?
Yep.
If you got him
Yep.
there safe. Which I'm sure Charles
Yeah.
will argue over and will certainly want
Although-
more for.
Think about how much gold he's got on him if he doesn't get there safe. You know what I mean?
Oh, my
Mhm.
God. I'm not
We
turning
are
into a
taking him
bandit.
across safely, okay? We don't need his money when we're going to nickel the money from the dude who's paying us for this tablet.
Charles is a proper shady so-and-so.
I'm going to move the camera so I can stop feeling as weird.
Extortion. Okay, so what do you want to do, guys?
Oh, Jay, that is the shakiest camera in the world. What are you doing?
It's moved.
There we go. So it was just like, "Ugh." Okay, well.
If we've got everything we need from here, we can keep walking.
Yeah,
You
is there another
Following
door?
the path, really, yeah, to the next door.
Do you want to go to the next door? Okay.
Yeah, might as well.
Pushing it open?
Yeah.
Okay, it's locked.
We're going to say this one is a nice, light, flimsy door. Not the usual kind you find in underground ruins. One that should be nice and easy to, I don't know, kick open.
You can try. Would
Good luck.
you
Pick the lock.
like to make strength checks, all of those that want to try and kick the door open?
I
Where's my
mean,
strength?
why not?
Style.
Unbelievable.
How did you get on?
I got a 5.
Hair.
And your strength is?
4.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm mad
so
right now.
you give the door a good boot and it kind of rocks on its hinges. You're aiming for the lock, but it's not budging. Stronger lock than it looks. It's
We
obviously
need
those-
like
It's all made of wood.
yeah, with the studs on. Another one of those. They
Because
got a
if the
job
door
lot
is
of
made
those.
of wood, I can try the old Charles trick of setting everything on fire.
Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you won't have to make a shooting check. Well, you will actually, but without any dexterity modifier. So just make a shooting check.
13. Oh dear. My shooting is 9.
So you missed the door. The door that's not
Oh.
But
moving.
what if I'm standing really close to it?
I go directly up to the door and just.
I think we can accept that, yes, you probably would hit the door if you were stood right next to it. So, yeah, okay, the door is aflame.
Sweet. Stand back, everyone. We'll just. Does anyone have any marshmallows while we wait?
and after a while, it is so burnt out that it is easy to kind of push through. And you push through into a cavern. There is no lighting in the cavern, but you can see that there's,
Great.
again, a pebbly floor, rocky walls and ceilings. Can you see this room, guys? Can you see the cavern there? Should
Yeah.
Hang on, I'll move you a bit.
I have. Oh, wait, we have lanterns.
Yeah.
You do have lanterns.
Sick. We can just use our lanterns then.
Yes.
I
we
can set more stuff on fire.
No, I
No.
don't think that's necessary.
Thank you for the musical letdown.
Thanks. I should have been a bard.
Okay.
Dang it.
Oh,
There isn't the option in this game, Jay.
I better put your characters in place. We haven't been using characters, so. here's
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
let's have
Oh,
Charles.
yeah.
And then we've got Young Egg and the lovely Kiana. Okay, so when you light your lanterns, you can see that there is a chest on the floor on this wall here.
Somebody check for traps, please.
We can't. Only a thief can check for traps.
Indeed.
Are there any little pebbles on the floor or rocks?
Yeah, loads.
Can
Full of-
I
full of them.
throw a rock at the chest to see if it does anything?
Yeah, sure.
Sets anything off. Like,
So you flick a rock towards the chest and it bounces off the lid and kind of skitters around the cavern, but nothing else happens.
Sweet, that's me checking for traps. So,
can I just go like straight to the chest and try and open it?
yeah.
You can.
Awesome.
When you open it, you
Yep.
find 100 ducats
Awesome.
and the basic kit of 4 dead adventurers.
Oh,
So that is
Oh no.
that is basically what you start with. So the bedroll, 30-foot of rope, flint and steel, knife, flask of oil, lantern, sack, and Egg will be very pleased. 3 seashells.
oh, amazing. Yes, well, we'll give the shells to Egg because he
And-
deserves
We should
them.
take the bedroll for Kiana or something.
And
Yes.
a water flask.
We should take the water, the flint and steel, the oil, and the lantern because they run out. So
Did you take the writing set and the lantern from the previous room? Or did you leave them there?
We did not.
So they're still there.
We just looked at everything and then left.
oh,
We're like, oh, that's interesting. Goodbye.
you can go back and get them.
Well, that's if they're not on fire.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Why would they be on fire? I only set the door on fire.
Fire spreads.
I'm a
It
very
does.
accomplished wizard. Not in a room, in a basement made of stone.
Yeah,
Point.
I don't think stone can set on fire.
You don't know. Have you ever seen a volcano? That's stone on fire, is it not?
No, it's not. Not.
By its very nature. Okay, so I've recorded that on your inventory, guys.
Oh
Awesome.
crap.
Yeah, somebody recalled that.
I don't think Jay heard the inventory recently. Would you like it, Jay?
Okay, hang on.
You'll like it. It's nice.
Okay.
So in total, your party has 938 ducats, full charge diary, a set of surgical tools. This is like the generation game. 4 spears, 4 shields, 4 light armor, 3 purgatives, 2 holy waters, 2 potions of healing, 1 speed potion, a crucible, a mortar and pestle, a cuddly toy, tongs, 2 vials, a trivet, lamp oil, 2-pint flask, spikes, 5 handfuls of mushrooms, 1 handful of glowing mushrooms, Zed's key, a cage key, a double door key, 30 days of rations, a picture of a goblin girlfriend, a used tissue, a candle, a magic shield, which you're carrying, Ezra, a mushroom monthly magazine,
Oh yeah.
6 venom sacks, firebolt scroll, a dragon scale scroll, necromancer's key, piece 1 of a tablet and piece 3 of a tablet, a ranting's note, and the basic kit of 4 dead adventurers.
Yeah, we have loads of stuff.
You have loads of stuff. It's a good job you've got
Got like
coat
half
and
the
a
list.
Maybe ditch the
Also,
used
what on
potion.
earth is 100 divided by 5? Like, I know it's going to be something sensible, but my brain,
20.
Isn't it 20?
awesome.
Yeah,
So, we each get 20 ducats more.
you do.
Crap, I don't have a pencil.
I've got one.
Thank you.
Here, let me just.
Where's my pencil?
I also have one.
Yeah, well, I'm working on it.
Let's all pass our pencils to Mickey.
Here
Got a rubber.
you go, Nikki.
Here you go, Mick.
Oh, so much. There we go. Let's go.
I got like half of the list down.
Well, Lance has the full list, so it's fine.
I do. I could be nice and type it up and send it to you. That would be a job for later.
Was it Mushroom Monthly or Mushroom Weekly magazine?
It's a monthly.
Monthly subscription.
Sounds better.
Mushroom aficionados are prepared to wait a month for the next issue.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot changing in Mushroom Land.
You don't know that.
I think
there are millions of species of bugs we haven't discovered yet.
There might be some chantilly mushrooms growing now, but I'm not too good on the mushrooms, so I'm not prepared to try them.
Oh, there's something in my eye.
Awesome. Oh, and we get 20 ducats each. Yes. So, where is my plus 89
also,
plus
Jay,
20?
Jay, check it out, check it out.
Hang on. What am I checking? Oh, hang on. Let me look at your thing. What have you done?
My injury. Holly was on the phone with me when it happened and everything. I was trying to make me and Holly some salad because we had a late lunch. And then I cut myself while I was trying to chop the lettuce. She's got a really
stupid.
Mickey got bitten by a salad.
Well, honestly, I thought that treasure chest was going to be a mimic, so I would rather bitten by salad than bitten by a mimic.
This one was bleeding quite a lot, and this one was like just in case, because it bled a little bit.
I had to explore a cave full of spiders today in Skyrim. Traumatic.
Oh, did a really big one drop down from the ceiling?
Oh, I hate it.
Speaking of spiders,
in a while, actually.
This is an IRL thing that happened, Charlie. I was out on the bench having and suddenly a spider just went whoom, right in front of my face, and I was like, oh, hello. Well, you can't be there. But it was big.
You really would.
I so wanted you to say that it sat down beside you.
You would have like screamed or like kicked the bench over backwards.
It was cute. It was one of those
just like curled up and
fat orb weavers. So I set him on the windowsill next to me, and he just like chilled. It was a good time.
Okay,
haven't
guys.
found any spiders here yet.
No spiders in this cavern.
I guess
well,
that's a good thing because it's
there might
quite
be,
impressive if they got 4 floors up. So
yeah, there's not anything that's too scary in this cavern.
Excellent.
Awesome.
By your lamplight, Mercer, after looking at the chest, you notice that on this wall there appears to be a lever.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Wrong lever!
Yes. Well, does anyone want to put... Oh, before we pull the lever, should we pop back through the charred door and see if we want that writing stuff?
I don't want it. I've got intelligence for 3. I don't think I can write.
A lamp
Not gonna lie.
got a writing set, but
You want to roll for the ability to read right now?
I'll take it. Maybe I'll write a letter, poem or something.
okay. Fortunately, it's still in one piece, so you now have a writing set as well.
Awesome.
Nice.
Do you want the lantern, or are you not bothered about it?
I think we're good without the
Can we
lantern.
take the oil without the lantern?
What, just pour the oil into your hand from the lantern?
I
Like,
brought my
this is
own lantern, obviously.
I will say that you can refill your flask, yeah.
Awesome, because I've got 2 pints of lamp oil on me anyway. But like, we could always have more.
Yeah, I think you could be back up to a full 2 pints.
amazing.
Waiting for when that's going to run out because I use my lantern a lot.
You seem to like the way.
Everybody else is a coward.
Because we send you in first.
Yeah, because you're cowards.
No, because you're the tank.
You are
You're
the
Tanks are supposed to go first.
You're cowards. Oh, there's still something in my eye.
Is it your eyeball?
Ha ha ha. Thank you, Grampy.
Not a bit of salad, is it?
No. I think it's just an eyelash that just won't go away.
Lucky you. All of my eyelashes go away every day, all the time.
Yeah, and
have it.
whose fault is that?
Literally not mine. It's a disorder.
Not mine either.
Would you like to pull the lever?
Yes.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
So
Ezra
as
goes
you,
shooting through the floor.
as you pull the lever, there is a rumbling and a doorway opens in front of you and lots of dust falls down.
Oh, I wanted to fall through the floor and break my legs.
And as you
You're the healer, Jay. We can't have that happening.
as you look through the doorway, you recognize a familiar looking room.
I thought we were going to say person.
Have we gone in a circle?
There are the bodies of 4 zombies on the floor, and you can see a pedestal just to the right of the door. There's a doorway in front and upright sarcophagi on the walls. You also notice that the wall that you are looking through, the nearest wall, this wall, appears to have scorch marks up it.
Is
Have
that
we reached the monastery? No, we left the monastery. Have we reached Father Tobias's place?
I was going to say, isn't that Father Tobias's basement?
Charles set the tapestry on fire.
Yeah, because we were
Yeah.
like, where do we go? And it was like, this door. Oh, this door's locked. We have to go around, right?
If
Yeah.
Did we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it
Sweet.
isn't, it looks remarkably like it.
Sick.
Cool.
Let's go say hi to our favourite guy.
You just climb up through his basement like, hello,
Father Tobias.
made it.
Would you like to? Would you like to walk through this door?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
I mean, that sounds like a very ominous question, so maybe no.
Up to you, Ezra. You can-
I'm going to check for traps. Are there any traps? It's like, there don't appear to be any. I find that answer vague and unsettling.
and you can't check for traps either.
Oh my god.
So, opening the door, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so as you open the door, you see a square room, and at the back of that room, there is a ladder leading to a trapdoor.
Going up, right?
To our
Going
favourite person.
Up. Yes,
Let's
going
go
up.
upstairs.
We
Who
made
we
it.
have never committed any crimes against. Ever.
Most of us haven't, Charles.
Are you climbing the ladder?
I never stole
Can I
anything.
knock on the trapdoor first? As like, because I don't just want to
Organised
barge in. Can I
Yeah.
like climb up and knock on, and then
It was your idea.
Yes, you can.
don't want to be like rude and be like, boom. So I'll be like, hello, Father Tobias. Is that
It's the dead people
this
again.
you?
Right. How are you knocking,
It's Bobby.
please, Ezra?
I will do the.
How did that go?
Oh no, we had a secret knock.
Yeah, that was. I think that was the secret knock.
Was that the secret knock? It's just
Hold
like
on, I wrote it down. Let me find
coolest knock I know.
it. I definitely wrote it down.
Was it bum 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 bum? Or was it
Dude, when you say you wrote down the knock, did you write a series of
Phonetically.
done?
I phonetically wrote it down
dun 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 dun? No, what was it?
because it was Elanthea came up with it, and then I wrote it down.
Oh my God, Elanthea.
Which,
Dun, dun, dun,
which
dun, dun.
section did this happen in?
We gotta get it right,
Yeah,
or
it's
he might
just
like
a-
shoot us.
It's that one, I think.
We can take him if he does.
Father Tobias.
Yeah, it's just the one.
floor
Okay,
him.
my
Rugby
flatmate think that was
tackle.
my door.
Have you knocked?
Is, it,
Yes.
is
Yeah.
that the right knock?
And
Yes,
you
I
did.
checked my notes. Wait, why did I close it? God.
And you did that knock you just did just now.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you hear, "Ah, my dear friends," and you hear Lot sliding back, and the trapdoor opens, and above you, you can see St. Ethelbert Chapel
Woohoo!
and a smiling Father Tobias. And you're in the safety of the chapel. And he says, "Oh, I have something for you." And he runs off, and then he returns with 3 bottles of holy water.
Oh, goodness. Oh, that's so
Lars
kind of you.
really is just desperate to make me feel guilty about it.
Good. You can't steal from a father.
And he says to you, Charles, "I felt so terrible that I had nothing to offer you."
Well,
Dear friends, you do
amazing
not need
news.
to give us anything.
Guess
in
what I
return.
found? And then I give him
What?
back his holy water.
But you can't give it back. Don't do that, because he'll know it's you.
No, I'll be like, look at this completely different.
We actually had holy water for you, Father, that we found on our journey.
Yeah.
And
He quickly steps in.
he says, "Oh, well, that's very
Holy
kind
water
of you, but
found in the monastery ruins.
I think your need is greater than mine. I can always make my own.
Oh, thank you.
Please,
Thanks,
please
bro.
keep it."
So we have 5 holy waters now, right?
If you think about it, right?
Yeah, 5.
Water
Yes,
pretty
I
much
have my own
free.
flask already as well.
The
My hairband.
making it holy, also free. Can't take that long. It's just a few blessings. May or may not involve the Pope. Not sure.
I'm not sure he has a
All I'm
pope.
saying is Father Tobias is charging an extortionate amount for this holy water.
Well, it
Well,
takes.
can you make holy water,
maybe-
Charles?
All for the church, my
He
child.
represents.
Are you saying this out loud, Charles?
That I'm not saying this out loud.
And for the
That
welfare of my flock.
oppresses people who actually need holy water.
Well, I'm sure that Father Tobias fairly pays his taxes.
Churches don't
So-
pay taxes.
Churches should pay taxes. I'm sure
Well,
he
they
fairly
don't.
pays his taxes.
Religious organisations don't
So
pay
we don't-
taxes.
So we don't need to steal from him.
Okay, so medieval churches definitely
Also-
pay their taxes.
Yes. Well, if you think about it,
Is there a tax system?
the
Is
earl
there
or the
public
mayor
health,
of the
public
village,
works? Is there welfare?
you know, in like Viking times and stuff, they would have been like,
Who are Father Tobias's taxes actually helping, Jay?
the
upper
villages.
class.
But no, but you always have, you know, the evil like the mayor or whatever, the guy who runs the place, and they're like, to the guards, they're like, "I'm raising taxes, go and knock on the doors and demand gold." That's what they do. So I'm sure they do the church as well.
Burn the thatch kind of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Father
God.
Tobias
Anyway,
is a burn the
so-
thatch kind of person.
So we've been on quite an adventure.
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
Yes, we've found some companions along the way, and we can usher Kiana and Egg into the room. This is my son. Scooch Egg
This is our
closer to
son
me.
and Charles's fiance.
And
Yes.
he peers at Egg and says, "Is he unwell?"
Less than 1 minute.
Yes,
Actually, Father Tobias,
he has
he's a-
kidney problem.
he's
Makes
actually
me dread.
a young goblin, and I'm sure as a fellow churchman, you believe in embracing all people under the
Forms of life.
gods. So I'm sure you will hold no judgment towards our son.
No, not at all. All Danu's creations.
Oh, I love Father Tobias. Can I marry him?
But he's like, question,
I
how
don't
did
think
you produce such a creature?
This is our adoptive son, Egg.
Ah.
Adoption is important.
And who's the?
Do you want him?
Righty ho. So we are in the chapel, and and oh, where did we leave it? We left it with you introducing your son,
Yes.
adopted son, and Father Tobias was just saying, oh, and who is this young lady?
Oh, yes, Charlie.
What?
Your
I
fiancée?
was
Would you like to
situating
introduce?
myself.
Father Tobias is asking who Kiana is.
Yes.
Introduce her.
This is my good friend, Kiana,
This is...
who I may or may not have amorous intentions toward.
Okay. So Father Tobias puts a hand out and he is very, very pleased to meet you. At which Kiana kind of, you can see, visibly steps back.
Whoop, did I break
And
something?
sort of does that kind of,
Oh, no. My girlfriend doesn't like my priest friend that I stole from. What am I gonna do?
doesn't appear to. So there's a bit of an awkward silence, and Father Tobias says, okay,
Not much of a hugger, that one.
no.
She was an evil priestess until a few days ago, so you'll have to give her a minute.
Recently converted.
So Father Tobias says, well, listen, friends, if there's anything I can do, anything I can get for you, please do come and let me know.
Oh.
Father Tobias.
Didn't we need to, like... Why are we here? I'm not asking him this. This is...
Oh, because we were trying to find the path that led through back here again.
But why?
And we did. To see where it went.
Oh.
Could
Because
we
there
go
was
speak
rumours
to
about the
Max?
secret tunnel. We need to see Max, yeah.
I need to see Max.
Heading off to Max.
Oh yeah, that's the
Yeah,
guy
it's
we
like,
wanted to show the tablet.
sorry, Father, we need to drop something off to our friend.
Great.
Like,
Wait, I
right
thought we
now.
were gonna drop it to the evil guy first.
We could show Max and then be like, we've just got to borrow it and then come back.
I don't think he would be happy with that because it's like a priceless artifact.
We got
Yeah,
it
well,
for
we
So-
him.
found it, so he can
If he wants
shut
it so bad, he can get himself. Yeah.
Well, you can tell him that, not me.
He can
And
set
we
bang
will.
on you.
Fine. Let's go and find the merchant and
Yes.
talk to him about getting across.
Where are you going?
Yes, do we want to replenish any supplies?
I guess we have to go to the Duck and Cover.
You going there? Not to see
Yeah,
me?
that's
to
where
Willet.
he said he would be, in the corner, right?
Yeah.
Unless I've made that up.
Okay.
That's definitely where it was last time.
So
Unless I took my chin off.
you're heading off down the high street. It's beginning to get a little bit dark, sort of twilight,
Like Christmas.
like Christmas. Yeah.
It's
and-
beginning to get a little dark. That's all I heard in my head.
da, 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 da.
I've nearly finished my cider now.
So you wander off down the street, and you can see that the leaves are starting to change colour. There's a few sort of lying on the ground, and you make your way to the Duck and Cover. Open the door. You okay, mate? Do you need a drink?
I'm getting up by.
You're okay. And
I drank the cider too quick.
yeah, Corbin stood behind the bar, and he says, hello, what can I get for you? Hang on, I need to put on my Corbin voice. He's a bit East End, isn't he? Yeah. Can I get you a drink, guys?
Yeah, I'll get a pint.
Fine.
Let me have
Okay.
some of my tea.
So,
Yeah.
drinks for everyone will be a ducat.
Sick. Let's do that. I'll get this round.
The others aren't here, so we can be like, we can use the party fund for our drinks, and the others can't fight us about it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Let's use one of the one.
Party duck.
You could get
'Cause
wasted.
I know how much ducats is in the party fund.
We have
27.
930 ducats.
Wow,
That's
927
everyone overall,
now.
but we have 27 in the party fund.
Oh,
So
27.
now we have
okay,
26 in the party
overall.
fund.
Yep. And after you get your pitcher of beer, you see that Willet is indeed sat in the corner.
Oh, will it, my man? That's not. That's not how Ezra talks.
It's how Charles talks, though.
Would Charles like to say Willet, my man, then?
Yeah. Will it, my guy?
So,
My guy.
How's it going? We've had some magnificent adventures, which I'm very excited to tell you about.
do
On our
tell.
way to the big city.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Can we head off first
Yes.
thing tomorrow?
First thing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
First thing tomorrow. Brilliant. Okay. Well, I'll meet you here. Breakfast and then we go.
Yep.
Sounds good. Sounds
No
good.
breakfast. We die like men.
No.
Breakfast and then we go.
Okay. Good. So, just incidentally, where are Kiana and Egg at this point?
Walk in with them. Oh, what did we do with Egg last time? Didn't we? Do we have a
I
disguise
stayed
for
outside
him?
with him.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll turn
we
around
do
real
have a
quick and be like,
disguise for him, don't we? He has his little waistcoat and a hood.
I was gonna say he has something because we didn't we pose him as a
oh
human
yeah, we
child
put
or
a
something?
cloak on him. We borrowed
That was
Hagen's
it.
cloak because Hagen's the only one small enough.
So he's still in
Yes.
Hagen's cloak. Is he in the
Well-
I guess so.
Seeing as Hagen isn't
Isn't here.
with us, we'll
You
just
can't stop us.
Yeet. yeah, we'll take Hagen with us.
Okay. So, Willet sort of, you can see Willet's kind of looking like, who's the kid?
Oh, he's he's mine and what's your name? He's mine and Mercer's adopted child. We co-parent. It's a very modern thing, you know. Very up and coming.
Is,
very up and coming.
is it going to be a problem when we try?
Oh no, not at all. He knows
He's
how to
very
hold
well
himself.
behaved.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, look, he has
He
his
has
own
a
little
knife.
spear and everything.
Yes, we're training him to fight alongside us.
Alongside us.
Well, if you're sure.
And then I like ruffle his hair. As one would a young
But-
child.
Ruffle the cloak hood.
Come here, you've got muck all over your face. Yeah.
Let me just.
It's not coming off. Okay, so what's the plan then, guys? You finishing your beers or what?
Yeah, we'll finish
Yes.
off our drinks, and well, we better find lodging for the night.
Yeah.
Oh, Charles
could
is ready
sleep.
for bed.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
Charles was born ready for bed.
he was just pushed out, and he was just
Yeah.
he came out napping.
All right, so bed and board at the Duck and Cover is a ducat each per night, but
Okay, we should
you
spend our own money for that.
you have other
Yes.
options. It's up to you.
I think we should just stay here.
Do they allow children?
I think they'll allow children. You know, they won't charge you extra for children.
Oh, how lovely. Okay, then
But
yes.
Oh.
Kiana will need a room.
Well, that's Charles's problem.
Yeah, it's not our problem.
Me and Kiana can share a room.
So you're going for the
She's
double
my
then?
girlfriend.
She's my girlfriend.
Okay.
Excellent. Yes. I'm just going to grab a cup from downstairs. I will be right back.
So the double room is 2 ducats, Charles.
That means I have to subtract 2 from 160.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
which
So,
makes
I'm going to take 4 off your total.
158. I couldn't remember what came before 60.
Okay, but
It's 50, lads.
Egg will be fine sleeping in either your bed, Mercer, or Ezra's. He'll probably just curl up on the floor.
Oh no, there's no way Ezra will let him do that.
I think he's
He will probably be with Ezra.
slept in worse places. Okay, so
Why do I have to get the double room?
Because
Me
it's
and Mickey
your
have shared a single bed
girlfriend.
loads of times. It's
Well-
perfectly possible.
you could always kick
Yes,
her
but
out.
you aren't married.
Charles is the skinny
It'll be a
guy.
Scandal.
Okay, so yeah, you get a good night's kip, wake up, it's misty morning, and Willett is waiting, eating breakfast, waiting for you, and he says, "You still okay to go when we've eaten?"
Yes, not sure what happened to Ezra, but yes, we are.
Yeah.
Hit or
ready
miss.
to go. Oh, here he is.
Oh,
I guess they never miss, huh?
Stop.
I'm back.
remember how
Off we
that
go.
went for Alanthea when she jumped on her bed?
Making an entrance.
Okay, so you finish up your breakfast and you head on out. Do you want to do anything before you go, or you okay to go?
Oh, let's see. We've got 2 healing potions. Do we want any more? I'm kind of worried about this meeting with the strange guy.
Nah, we'll be fine.
I'll be fine. Okay. Well, I put the suggestion out there for more healing potions. So
You're a healer. We'll be
if you get a
fine.
little scrape on your knee and I'm knocked out, I can't help you.
That will give you a healing
Don't mind.
potion, and then you can help us. Problem solved.
I'm
The healing
drinking.
potions are really for you, because you can heal us. But we can't help you.
That's a very good. Oh! Oh! Flea in my vodka.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Oh!
Oh,
Have
can
you given
imagine?
Vanya her flea treatment yet?
No, Mum keeps saying we'll do it today, and then she doesn't.
Well, yeah, because she forgets just like you do. So you'll need to both remember.
Did she say it just like that?
Yeah.
Yes, that's how I talk.
Is that your
I can't
voice
get it.
acting again, Jay?
I can't get it. I can't get it. I got it. We're good. We're fine. Yes, sorry. Yes, exactly. Putting my skills to the test. I didn't do 3 years of theatre to just work in Lush, you know.
Oh, I know. I'll do Corbin trying to say it. Hang on, I've got to get into East End here. We'll do it today. And then Father Tobias would be like, we'll do it today. Or something like that. I don't know. Okay, so let's go for, yeah, so you're heading off. You don't want to see Max or anything before you go? You're happy to just go?
No. Yeah, we'll just go.
Okay.
Yeah, we won't
So-
tell Max yet.
You make your way out and you are heading west along the King's Road. You walk for about half a mile, and in the distance you can see the bridge over the River Grob. However, you can make out that there is a really large figure stood on the bridge.
Uh-oh.
This figure is around
I'm gonna just turn
about
straight around.
8 to 9 feet tall.
I don't like it.
Wow.
Um,
That's even taller than Charles the original.
Charles
Yeah.
the original.
I believe Charles the original was 7 feet tall.
Yeah, but an
Yeah.
extra, but 8
An extra
with the-
foot for his hat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do we want to keep approaching and see if we can like talk to this figure
Just
on the
don't
bridge?
even don't even acknowledge it. Just keep going.
Okay, we'll just pretend we don't see
Don't
it.
make eye contact.
We just don't make eye contact. We keep walking. Just
So as you get closer, you can see that this creature is definitely not human. Kind of has a greenish tint to the skin. Really long arms, knuckles are pretty much dragging on the floor.
oh, that's creepy.
And
Is
as
this an orc
you
by any chance?
try to walk past,
I'm gonna say it's a troll.
I was
it,
going to say it's a
goes-
troll.
it says,
But it's so tall.
and where do you think you're going?
Just cross this
We're
bridge.
just passing this bridge, my good man. Bye bye.
We just
Keep
don't,
walking.
we all just walk like this, like just straight forward.
Like,
And it
Like horses with their little
Yeah.
things on.
thinking, and it shakes its head and says, "Oh no, not without paying a toll."
mate, this
Oh,
ain't
okay,
your
my
bridge.
good man.
It's
How
a
much is
public
the
bridge, man.
Not when I'm here, it's not. No.
How much is the
Public
toll
bridge,
then?
man.
Under whose authority are you collecting this toll?
Stop
So-
provoking him! He's very big, guys!
There's three of
We
us,
can
man.
take
There's
it.
four.
It picks up one really long
We're
hand,
fine.
long arm, and goes, "Under my authority."
Can I attempt to cut
Sanctioned
his
by
arm off, please?
which governing body? So
I hate this party.
Are you asking for paperwork?
Yes.
yeah,
Yes, we are.
if you've got it, that
I'm
would be
not.
ideal. That'd
I'm
be
asking
great.
how much the toll is.
You're a very sensible man.
Thank you.
Well, how much is the toll?
What? He could have been talking to me.
It takes a really big stick and it just scrabbles into the ground, and you can see it writes mine in the dirt, but it spells mine wrong. I'm not quite sure how it would spell mine wrong, but it does spell it wrong.
Why?
I'm gonna
Right.
take my axe,
And
right?
Charles
Right.
just goes, hears it and goes, well, this doesn't have any of the proper signatures.
I'm gonna take my axe, right, and I'm gonna use the edge of it to write mine in the dirt in front of me on the bridge.
Oh, okay.
It's mine now. That's right. That's mine now.
At which
My
point
bridge.
it just comes right in your face and just goes, "Roar!"
And Mercer does
And-
the exact same thing back.
And
Could I-
we'll get into combat.
Do you have paperwork? I did say, can I try and cut his arm off?
As he does it, as he's writing. Okay.
So it's like, fine.
Why? Oh, my arm! He's fallen off.
You have that in front of you, roaring in your
Okay.
face.
Oh my god. Oh, it does have
Ew.
long arms.
What are you going to do?
Ew.
I'm going to sneeze
chuck
on
his
it and
arm off.
give it the common cold.
I'm gonna track his arm off.
You're going to drag his arm up. Okay.
They're weak to fire. That's one of the few things I have written down. Look.
Nice, Char.
Are they
it
weak to
there?
fire, or are Skyrim
Does it?
trolls weak to fire?
How do you know that?
That says Danu Earth Goddess. You've got to lift it up a little bit more. There we go.
Fire does not equal
We
trolls.
need to-
I wrote
The
it down.
last thing
Fire
we
does
need to
not
get this combat
equal
going, guys. Okay.
I'm gonna
try and cut its arm
fireball
off.
You're going to firebolt it. So, Charles, you're up first, yeah? Okay. Could you make a
I'm
shooting
gonna cut his
check
arm off.
minus
in good time.
minus
I'm the one
3?
he's going for anyway, because I pissed him off.
3. This is
Yep.
a rip-off.
Surprisingly
got
dexterous.
Strong
I
ass troll.
miss.
I get
Fine.
+1 now, don't I?
And I missed.
You
Fine,
missed.
I missed.
Okay, so your firebolt just goes flying off down the road. Would you like to do anything else?
Yes, I would like to shoot it yet again. I would like to fire again.
Go for it.
Out the window again.
So you're going to fire your bow?
That noise.
Make a
More
shooting check,
firepower.
I got a
please.
2.
Oh, there's
You got a 2.
seven.
What's your shooting?
Turn that
I
out,
think
mate.
that's downstairs.
My
What's
shooting
your
is a
shooting?
9.
9. Okay. So that's 7 points of damage, but it's got medium armor, so that's
Was that including
Five.
-3?
so it needs to make a toughness check -5. So it needs to get 9 or under, and it fails. So you have wounded it.
9. God, it's
Sick.
tough as hell. Tough as me. My toughness is a 9. Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, but he is no match for Charles the Magnificent.
So there's an arrow sticking out of its shoulder at the moment.
Good.
And
Nice.
it kind of roars and steps back a little bit, and then it just looks even more fearsome as it kind of steps up to you, Mercer. And who's go now? Charles, you're down to 12 arrows.
I'm gonna try and cut his arm off.
Go for it.
-3, right? But I get +1, so it's -2, right?
So, yeah, fighting -3.
But I'm using my axe, so I get a +1.
Yeah, that's to hit. So if you hit, yeah, you'll get +1 to damage.
Damage. Oh, okay, so I need to get 4 or less.
Oof.
Come on. Oh, I got 10.
Okay, so you take a swipe and your axe just kind of smacks into the ground, sending dust
There I
and pebbles
go.
flying. And it
Ugh.
I'm a
is
tiny bit stuck.
Ezra's go.
Rove, none of us can help you.
With my mace, please.
You're going to go and attack? So you'll
Yeah.
get +1 to your
I'm gonna take my
fighting
plasters
because
off, check
that's
my wounds.
2 of you going against. So fighting -2, please.
Fighting -2.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh
it's
my
really
goodness.
strong.
That means I have to get a 4. And I got a natural 20. So,
Okay, so you
I
end up
failed.
dropping your mace.
Great.
Okay, so Kiana's going to try and firebolt it.
And I fired, and I missed.
You see it?
So she needs to get.
Cool, I'm glad that all 3 of us have now made that joke.
She needs to get 2 or less.
Guys, you have to check the TikTok I just sent you. It's of me.
I
But
think
you
I've
need to
already
watch
seen
it.
on your profile, Jay.
Her
you probably have.
firebolt goes disappearing into the distance as well.
Oh yeah, I did see that
Right.
one.
Egg starts
Oh.
screaming at the top of his lungs, and he races forward.
Ezra, grab him, Ezra, grab him.
No.
Spear, and
He can
he's
do
gonna
this.
1, 2, 3, but
Oh.
he doesn't
Believe it.
quite get into contact,
Oh,
so he stood there. So
he just all he does is run and scream for the entire turn.
Dude, Ezra, Egg's gonna be in the bloody war pod now.
gonna be fine.
This creature, as you watch, you
Turns
can
out my
see
finger's still
that the
bleeding.
arrow in its shoulder slowly starts moving out, and you can see the skin and the flesh around the arrow is healing over. And the
Oh,
arrow
interesting.
just pops out onto the floor and kind of falls into the dust, and it is no longer wounded.
Oh, so 2 of us need to successfully hit it in one
And-
turn.
This is gonna be a disaster. 2 out of 3.
I
And
also wrote that down.
it just pulls one arm back like that and flings it in front of and tries to make contact with you, Mercer. What's your dexterity, please?
So what's your dex?
Sorry, I'm bleeding. 3. And I've got
Three.
light
How
armor.
badly
So-
did you cut yourself?
It needs to
Well,
be
I took my
4.
plaster off to check it,
Okay,
and
so its arm flings, and as its arm comes towards you, Mercy, you
Lovely.
just duck underneath it, but you can feel the whoosh of air as this arm flies across the top of your head. And it's your go.
Just
Charles.
Charles. Go.
Okay, we're gonna go for the magical Charles combo.
Go for it.
The
go
magical
wash my
Charles
finger real quick.
combo.
So shooting -3, please.
No, I got a 7 and my shooting is 9.
Oh, unfortunate. Yeah. So yeah, you missed by 1, don't you? So again, Firebolt disappears off down the road, and shoot him with your bow.
16.
So yeah, your arrow flies off, ends up somewhere in the swamp, and you're down to 11 arrows. Mercy, you're up.
Yeah, Charles, just quickly, most of my finger is fine. It's just one bit. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna swing. I'm still minus. Am I -2 now instead?
Yeah, you'd be -2 because Ezra's
Oh,
stood
I
next
got
to you.
18.
Okay, so yeah, axe misses, and it's Ezra's go. So fighting -2 if you want
Less
to
than
hit
a
it
minute.
with your
Quick, Jay,
mace.
quick.
17.
Okay, so you pick up your mace and go to swing, but you miss.
I just
And
drop it again, like, oh, I have to keep picking it back up. Oh, it's so
And,
slippy.